Hi there, Cheryl here. I wanted to end my PIDP 3330 course and give you some reflections from this course, some tips, some reflection on the modules within the course, and just talk to you about some of the challenges and things that I really enjoyed with this course. So my first tip is almost like that Carly Simon song. It's not about you. This course isn't about you, it's about the learner. And so that was definitely a mind shift for me as I was developing my tools. I kept on finding myself realizing it's not about me and me being nervous or having to authenticate my abilities. This is really about me seeing a process through and creating a learning environment for learners. The second takeaway was really reflecting on that I already had a foundation built within the PIDP 3210 course. So I know the process. I've started to do the work. I'm familiar with the tools. Now I'm just shifting that mindset from planning to doing. Another key reflection too with this course, like any of the courses within the PIDP program, is just knowing that you are supported. And so that was really helpful for me, just reflecting on that, because sometimes work and life gets really, really busy. So fully supported program. You have a team of instructors and colleagues and people that are behind you 100%. Another takeaway as well was not getting too hung up on technology and just keeping it simple. And just realizing it's not about the technology, but again, it's about the learning environment that you are creating. And again, just another key reflection that really resonated with me throughout all of the modules is that this is building on the skill set that I've already started to develop throughout this program. So in module 1 for the design aspect, again, can't say enough how really this was all about planning and how I had a lot of those, all of the foundation of that planning and key documents already in place. It was time for me to kind of pick up that toolkit, finalize it, dust it off, think about it, analyze it. The taxonomy, I was already familiar with a lot of the tools like the 3-column table, my workshop plan, my outcomes guide, my workshop outline. My workshop that I'm developing is a series of weekend or 3-day workshops centered around diversity and inclusion. And I already had the benefit of discussing some of these key concepts and ideas with Dr. Harapnik in PIDP 3210. And so because this was a higher level learning, this really led me down the path of the OBE rather than CBE approach to learning. So some of the challenges that I kind of encountered, I was already familiar with in 3210, and thankfully that previous learning kind of helped me again create that alignment and narrow that scope. Some of the things that I struggled with was narrowing a very complex concept to something that was aligned, something that was doable. Again, the concept, skills, assessment, and outcome, and just tying it back to the documents really, really helped. And having a working knowledge of the taxonomy and the proper use of verbs and this idea of the backwards design and shifting that thinking was really, really helpful as well. For Module 2 and implementation, again, can't say enough about planning and those key documents. So that was definitely really helpful to have those kind of in the queue and experiment and adapt those as needed. This was really the module where I was able to kind of get organized and just get out and explore and do and practice, right? Public speaking can be really, really hard. I was developing a series of like a workshop that had a blended delivery of asynchronous and synchronous delivery. So this kind of gave me the opportunity to just sit down and test drive a lot of tools and just see what was working and what wasn't. Some challenges that I had throughout this course was just really acknowledging that I am new to PIDP. I'm not an instructor. I'm not part of a post-secondary institution. I don't have an LMS system that I can utilize. So again, just reframing it back to that process, previous learnings, reflecting on keeping it simple really, really helped me. For Module 3, for the usability section of the course, or workshop design, this was really the most difficult. It really gave me the opportunity to reflect on the materials and tools that I had developed. Again, really made me look inwards, and knowing that I don't have kind of like a network or a team of supports or an LMS really kind of helped me for real life, kind of real world scenarios when I do get out there and start delivering workshops. I got some feedback from colleagues, a previous manager, and my spouse. And some of the suggestions that came back were perhaps potentially, like I relied on Google Docs because I don't have an LMS system that I can utilize. I referenced and utilized Google Docs quite a bit. So one suggestion was having, for any tool that you're going to be utilizing, probably having a user guide or just some tips on use would be really helpful. I created some handouts and resources of scenarios, and so some suggestions for having clear and concise scenarios and wording was provided, which was really, really helpful. Some of the topics that I'll be talking about as well too at times can be difficult and complex. So just suggestions on, resources and things that I can use while I'm helping or while I'm delivering those workshops. And again, suggestions and tips regarding copyright, just dependent on the nature of the situations and scenarios and things that I'm talking about. Other suggestions, I did have a library list of reading resources. So there were some great suggestions on, similar reading resources and topics that I can use, which was really helpful. And again, feedback that was really helpful also included like evaluation tools. So all in all, it was really, really good. But, it gave me insight on how I can engage audiences better. I think the absence of an LMS system was both a pro and a con, because it kind of helped me think about how I can apply this in a real world setting. Key takeaways. Again, I think I mentioned this already, just shifting my mindset from planning to doing was I think the biggest obstacle for myself. I struggled with that. And each course kind of helps build your network throughout this program. So that was definitely helpful as well too. And there's a wealth of resources in this course. This is I've taken a couple of different courses with Dr. Harapnik, and he has a ton of resources available in this course shell. Really helpful to just keep copies of that, reference it back. Again, 3210 really helped give me the foundation for this course. And so again, all of the resources from this 30 course is going to help me prepare for my capstone. And just my other takeaway as well too is that you can do this, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with you sometime in the near future and to hearing about the great things you're going to be doing in your endeavors. So with that, thank you very much for taking the time to check out my video. Wish you all the best, and take care. Bye.